So, student, today we are discussing the cloud computing technology. What is cloud computing all about? Cloud computing. Cloud computing is a new technology of using the software in a way that the user the user don't need to install the software on its device, either PC, laptop, or tablet or mobile. The user don't need to install the software on its device. I will explain this cloud computing technology with a simple example. Like in 80s and 90s and in the first decade of this century, when someone want to work on a word processing application, he had to install Microsoft Word. Microsoft Word, like I have installed this version of Microsoft Word on my PC, and first the user installed the application like word processing application Microsoft Word using CD, DVD, or any downloading from internet. But he actually installed the application, installed the package uh, in his computer or laptop, and then he can use it. But in cloud, walaikum assalam. But in by the advent of cloud computing technology, this is not needed that the user had to install the has to install the application on its device. Now, another replacement of Word is there. If I suppose I don't want to install, or for example, my Word application crashes again and again, then it is a hectic job for me that reinstall the Word, reinstall the Office package, right? And then do the work. Now, what the software vendor or software giant like Microsoft, Google, and the other says that the user don't need to bother about the installation process. They say that the common application should be available through cloud computing technology. What does it mean? For example, this is Word application. You know why we use Microsoft Word application for word processing software. I can do like this. Just see. I can type the text. I can do different types of formatting on the text. I can do the cut, copy, paste command on the text, right? Like this, like this, and I can do searching also. You know that you can search a particular word. For example, a file is there and you want to search a particular word, Pakistan, or any molecule in a science document, molecule. You can search it through. You have the search option. This one. Follow my mouse pointer. This one, find, right? So you can find the text. All the word processing facilities features are given in Microsoft Word. Now, another version of the word processing application is given using Google Form. I For this, you you need a Gmail account. You need a Gmail account. I have my Gmail account and I have signed in. Right, this is my inbox. Fine. Now, uh, when you when you are sign up with the Gmail, then you are provided with different cloud computing application. By the way, the Google Classroom we are using, this is also a cloud computing application, because the classroom software is not actually installed in my PC as a teacher or in your PC as a student. You just go to this software. So this is called, for those, this button is called Google Apps button, and you will find that they are continuously increasing the number of apps in their package, right? like you can see Gmail is the most popular. Okay, obviously Google search, Google Classroom, we all teacher and student are using Google Play for downloading, and for Google Meeting. This is another software for video conferencing like Zoom software. Uh, and these Google Sheet, Slides, these all are the cloud computing application. Now, Google Drive is another cloud computing application, means you are given a memory space of how much GB? Can anybody tell me how much GB memory is given to each user? MashaAllah, Hamza Zahid has raised hand. Yes, Hamza Zahid. Yes,
Sir, 15 GB.
very good. Exactly. 15 GB memory space is given to every user when he creates his Gmail account. Now I'm going to my Google Drive, That means the space that has been given to me by Google when I created my drive, and it is shown here, right here. See my mouse pointer. This one, 15 GB, and I have used 5.5 GB. Right, these all the data sorry, all the this space is used normally for storing file and the data, for storing videos, images, or any word document. And so now you can see that I have used almost one third of that. This is a huge amount for a common user, other than if you are not using videos, because video take too much memory space. But the thing is that all the assignment from all the classes, all the PowerPoint presentations, or any video attached with it, these all comes in my Google Drive. You can see different, if I show you, different PowerPoint application, PowerPoint presentation. For example, I'm searching my drive here, like this one, presentations. So a bundle of presentation is there. Some are made by me, like this one is made by me, I was explaining. But I gave a topic of cloud computing to a class. These all are the presentation made by a student, and all these presentation are saved on my uh, Google Drive. When the session will be over, I will delete all the presentations. Anyhow, now this is my Google Drive, and it is loaded with cloud computing application. Before a few minutes earlier, I was explaining you the Word, Microsoft Word. Now, this Word, Microsoft Word, is installed physically in my computer. Now, if I want to use another word processing application, that is Google Docs. Google Docs. It is, you can say, equivalent to Microsoft Word. Though it is not made by Microsoft, but it has nearly, I'm using the word nearly, I'm using the word nearly all the features given in Microsoft Word are also available in Google Docs. I'm opening a blank document, right? I'm opening a blank document, right? This one. Now, here on the top, it is given as untitled document. Untitled document. Here you can write, for example, I'm typing a document on high level languages. High and low level, right? High and low level languages, that is the name of the document. Now, whatever I type here, uh, So whatever I type, I can do all the formatting features. For example, making it bold or italic or uh, giving it color and so. But a better way is to do this, right? All the formatting features are available through these menus: file, edit, view, insert, format, all the things you can do. But the thing is that this application, which application? Google Docs. Google Docs application is not installed in my computer. I am using it. I have created a file, and but this neither, please remember these two my words, neither the application nor the data. I'm repeating, neither the application nor the data is stored on user device. Rather, both things. What both things? Application, software, and the data is stored on server. Server is the giant computer, the big computer that these companies use, Google and Microsoft. So application software and the data file is not stored in the device of the user, rather they are stored on server. So this is the main theme of cloud computing. And now what are the benefits of it? Before the advent of cloud computing, user, the computer user were too much worried about their data. Yes, they were too much worried about data. For example, a company account head is doing so much work on computer and having files of accounting, account detail of the company, and all the data is saved in his computer, and unfortunately the computer is broken down. Someone has stolen his computer. So it was a matter of great difficulty for him how to get back the data. You can say that he must he should have the backup. He should have the backup in the form of flash drive or pen drive. But the thing is that updation of data is also a problem. For example, a single file, you are working on high and low level language file, you you work partially on this file, then that office time is over. Okay, you go to the your computer, your home computer, and you have to complete this file. You work on it, then again saving it, right? And then coming back next day to the office. This, it was a hectic job for the common user to manage the data, and he was always worried about the safety of data, updation of data. And it happened that uh, for the same file, he has to, for the same purpose, he has two or three files. Okay, one file is on my office PC, one file is on another PC that I was at my friend's home, and I worked over there. So now the cloud computing, by the advent of cloud computing, these all worries are over. How? Why? Because for using the cloud computing technology, you just need only two things, right? A computing device, your mobile, your PC, your laptop. And the second thing is that obviously the device is the obvious thing, but the other two things are your internet connection. You must have an internet connection, and you must have a browser installed in your computer or in your any device you are using, web browser you are using. So no, if I have only the Google Chrome software browser in my computer, I can do work on Google Docs and other cloud computing application. So now let me discuss, have a look on other cloud computing application. Uh, Take for example, now see this. Uh, as I was saying that no need to worry about the saving of the data. Listen, Uh, as soon as you type it, for example, you type this one, right? Type this GHG. Last edit was seconds ago. As soon as I type a single word, a single letter, it is saved in the Google Drive, right? So if there is a power failure or any mishap happens, I will have my full updated file of this high and low level language, right? I hope you are getting what I'm saying. Now, as I am now, I close this file, high and low level language file. I'm closing this file. Control W is the shortcut. Now, I'm going to my drive and see where this file is actually. This file, there are two ways to see this file. One is to go to the recent option, right? The recent file you worked on. Obviously, the latest file I have worked on using my Google Drive is high and low level language. So you can see it over here. You can also search with name from this search bar, or you can specify the type of file, like either it's a document or it's a spreadsheet. Now the other applications, cloud computing applications are, this one is Google Doc, and I hope you have at least a little understanding about Google Docs. This is a cloud computing application. This is another cloud computing application, Google Sheets. Can anybody tell me, like, Google Doc is an equivalent to Microsoft Word? Google Doc is equivalent, is similar to Microsoft Word. Then can you answer me, Google Sheet is equivalent to which software? Google
Sir,
Sheet.
Excel.
Shabash. Again, Hamza Zahid. Who said?
Sir, Saad.
Saad. Okay, Saad bin Irfan. And other than Hamza Zahid and Saad bin Irfan, who will answer? Google Slide is PowerPoint. And can anybody, now you can see a list of software here. For in the option of more, there is a list of software, and you will see in the coming month that this list will extend, this will grow. For example, you have done in grade 8, those who are doing grade 8 here, we used Photoshop. Do you remember? We use Photoshop. So among this one, can you guess which is the equivalent of Photoshop for image editing software? The name is suggesting. Please tell me, among these software, which is equivalent to Photoshop, Google cloud computing application?
Sir, Photos.
Photopea.
Photopea, definitely. And you know, have you ever used Notepad? This is a simple text editor. You can do just typing, but you cannot do formatting. In the Notepad, you can do typing, but you cannot do formatting of the text, right? It is used for writing HTML code and so. So among these, which is equivalent to Notepad, simple text editor, cloud computing application? Which one? Hurry up. Easy one. Clearly the name is written here, shown here.
Text editor.
Yes, this is equivalent to Notepad, right? And so, and you will see that this list will grow, right? Google Drawing, and so some many of the applications I have not used ever, like Google Site and Google Maps, I have not used ever. Anyhow, so another important application, like Google Form is another application. Why why this application is used? You see many survey form while you use internet, survey form where the feedback is taken from the user. So how can and it is easy to get the result. Now 5 minutes is left. I think we can cover the topic of Google Form. Now what will you do? Google Form, you will select a blank form, right? Suppose why it is used. Suppose I am a teacher and I want to check your understanding about high level language and low level language, right? One way is that I give a series of questions to you, right? And checking it manually, but it will take too much time. But if I make a quiz using Google Form, that will be very easy for me, and the checking process will also be easy. Let me create a Google Form for a short quiz of 5 questions, right? And we will keep the topic same, high and low level language. Today I am explaining, but uh, in the next class I will explain it further, and you will make your own Google Form. Let me start. Google Form, blank form. Again, whenever you have a file, you first name it. Untitled form, okay. You say high and low level language quiz, right? I'm giving its name, this one, high and low level language quiz, right? Enter. Now this name will shown here, high and low level language quiz. In the form description, it is optional that this quiz is designed to check student understanding about high and low level languages. Now, one thing is that because we are making a quiz, you have to go to the setting and doing a little bit change that quiz. You are making a quiz and make this a quiz. There are some questions you can option, but the necessary thing is that quizzes, you go to the quizzes and make this a quiz. Okay, fine, save. Coming to the question, like high and low, for example, I can make different types of question over here. I can make multiple choice question, I can make true and false question, I can make other types of question, but we are dealing right now, we are dealing concerning with only true and false and multiple choice question. For example, I'm writing two questions, just see it. Java is a low level language. Low level language, right? So, right, among the multiple choice, you can see like this: true. It can be a true or false. Now you will add answer key because this is a quiz. Uh, which is the correct answer? Java is a low level language. Obviously, it is false. So you will check on false. That false is the correct answer, and you will assign points. You can assign equal marks to points to all question, or you can assign different marks to different questions. It's up to you. Now adding the question with this plus sign, I'm another multiple choice question. For example, uh, which is a high level, which is a low level language, right? Which is a low level language, right? Low level language. So the option one, basic. Option two, scratch. Option three, assembly. Option four is, for example, Python, right? Now answer key giving it also 2 points, and the correct answer is assembly. Done. Now in this way you can add as many questions, but the quiz you will make, it will have say 5 questions, right? Quiz will have 5 questions. And now what is the benefit? As I was saying, the checking becomes so easy. I will go to the response when, because after completing this quiz, I will share its link uh, in in the Google Classroom. I can share on the stream, and you will be directed to complete the quiz. And as soon as you will answer it, I will receive your responses here. And here, responses will be shown that Saad bin Irfan and Hamza Zahir and so and so. And here it is showing waiting for response because no one has attempted and I have not sent it to anyone. I have not sent it to anyone. Now, how can you send this quiz to anyone? One way is to send via email. One way is to send through the link, right? You can send the link. I'm just copying it, copy the link, right? Link copied, and I can take, for example, where is your Google Classroom? Here, your Google Classroom is here, grade 9. For example, grade 9. I'm just winding the class, grade 9 here in the stream, right? In the stream, I can share the link. See this. When I share this link with you, right, and post, right, what will you will go to the response? Okay, just for testing, you will just today you will just answer these 2 questions, and I will receive your responses, and I will show you in the next class. Okay, so this was all about cloud computing. These all are application. These all are application of cloud computing, right? Google Docs, Google Sheet, Google Form, Photopea. These all are the application of cloud computing. And what is the benefit of cloud computing? The user just concentrate on his work. He don't need to bother about the installation of software. He don't need to bother about the saving of data. These all are done by the software giants. Now you can, the question may arise in your mind that what is their benefit? What is their benefit? भाई वो इतनी खिदमत क्यों कर रहे हैं आपकी? इतनी आपकी खिदमत क्यों कर रहे हैं? तो definitely they have a benefit, and that is another topic के वो ऐसा क्यों करते हैं, ठीक है? क्योंकि आपका मुख्तसर बता दूं कि आपका ईच एंड एवरी डाटा, पूरी दुनिया के लोगों का हर तरह का डाटा, उनकी शॉपिंग हैबिट्स, उनकी लाइक्स डिसलाइक, वो उनके पास गैदर होता है. फिर उनके पास बिग एनालाइजर होते हैं, बिग एनालाइजर सॉफ्टवेयर होते हैं. तो फिर वो जो है ना, वो फिर जो मार्केटिंग कंपनीज हैं उनको सेल करते हैं, और फिर ये आगे का पूरा एक साइकिल है, मार्केटिंग साइकिल वगैरह, ठीक है. बट दिस इज नॉट आवर scope, so stopping this topic here. But inshallah we will continue this topic, and you will have to make Google form of your own. Inshallah we will discuss in the next class. If any query is there, so please ask. I am taking the attendance. I will take the attendance in the last because some of students leave the class without permission. Okay. Any query? Okay, I have taken the attendance. Now you may leave the class. Allah Hafiz. Any queries there?
Allah Hafiz, sir.
Allah Hafiz. Allah Hafiz. Yes, Abdurrahman Nasir. Yes, Abdurrahman Nasir. What you want to say, Abdurrahman Nasir? Please open your mic. I cannot listen to you, Abdurrahman Nasir. Yes, huh? Abdurrahman Nasir. Nothing to ask? Okay, I'm ending the class. Allah Hafiz to you all.